Well, hello under the rays of sunshine. How are you all doing out there today? I'm Michelle the Introvert, and today I have a fun project that I want to work on. It is this wonderful Duncan Hines Dolly Parton cake. I'm so excited to try this out. Now, these type of cakes here, these Dolly Parton cakes, they are very, very difficult to find here in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. I have looked through all of the stores and I just haven't been able to find any of these cakes, because once I found out that these cakes were available, I was on the lookout. But here where I live, you can't find these cake mixes. And on Amazon, they're quite high in price. So I haven't been able to afford to buy any from Amazon. Now I'll still keep my eye open on Amazon to see if they drop the prices. But right now they're a little bit out of my reach. One day, my daughter brought this to me. My daughter Stacy brought this to me, and what a surprise. What a surprise it was. She actually found a box, and she found it in a store called Carl's Store in Tusket, Nova Scotia. And that's about a 15-minute drive from where I live here in Yarmouth. It takes me about 15 minutes to get to Tusket. And she said, lo and behold, there in Carl's Store, they are actually selling these wonderful Dolly Parton cakes, and she brought this one home to me. So how about we work on this today? I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Here's a nice close-up of the front of the box, and we're going to be making Dolly Parton's favorite yellow cake mix. So that's the flavor that we're going to work with today. On the back of the box, there are a couple of interesting things, and I'll give you a nice close-up so you can take a look at them. This is what is at the top of the box, and this is actually the project that I'm going to be working on today. The bottom part of the box looks a little bit different than the top, and this one is for a project called Strawberries and Cream Cake. Maybe sometime I'll tackle that project because it does look delicious, but for now I think I'm going to work on the project that is above it. The ingredients that I'm going to need to make this wonderful cake mix is fairly straightforward. I just need 1.5 cups of milk, 4 large eggs, and 10 tablespoons of melted butter. This is the pan that I'm going to use today to bake the cake in. And there's my non-stick cooking spray. And instead of butter, I'm going to use margarine. And there's my large eggs, my wonderful Dolly Parton cake mix, and I'm going to use this frosting here today. It's going to be a fun project. I'm so looking forward to it. All right, so let's get started. The cake is in the pan, and I'm going to look at the amount of time that the cake is need to stay in the oven for. They have the temperature here for various sizes of pans. So I think that my cake here in this bundt cake pan will have to go in the oven for about 32 to 35 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on it just in case it needs to come out a tiny little bit earlier, but in the meantime, that's about the approximate time that it needs to stay in the oven. yellow cake is all cooled down, and so I put it on this Tupperware platter here, and I have the cover for it once I put the frosting on. But it smells really, really good just the way it is, and it looks really nice. It turned out well when I took it out of the pan. So I'll show you what I have for frosting, and this was given to me by my daughter Stacy as well, and it is the Betty Crocker buttercream. Now sometimes when I buy these, when they come on sale, and then I go to put this type of frosting or icing on my cakes, I find it has a tendency to tear the cake a little bit. So I did some research because I want to prevent that from happening again, and what I read had said that if you add a little bit of milk, it'll thin out this frosting a little bit, so it won't be so thick it tears the cake. So I'll thin it out with some milk, and then I'll apply it to our wonderful Dolly Parton cake here. So I'm excited to see how that's going to turn out, and it sounds really, really easy. So that's my next step. I'd also like to mention that today I am using my brand new Dutch whisk given to me by Cynthia, a special viewer. Hi Cynthia, thank you so much for this Dutch whisk. It really, really works well. I'm so happy to have it. Thank you again for this Dutch whisk. And Bonnie, another viewer, a wonderful viewer, gave me this beautiful apron. I sure love aprons. Thank you so much, Bonnie, and thank you, Cynthia. These are really, really nice gifts. I have my bowl all ready to go, and now I just have to open this up. So let's get started. The cake is finished, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'll show you what it looks like inside too. Looks really nice. Oh my, this looks nice. It smells really good too. Now, I'm not a professional baker, but I think it looks all right. It looks pretty. I'm looking forward to trying this cake. So I've already cut myself a slice here. Very nice. I have my vintage spoon, and my napkin is handy. So let's try the taste test. Push that over so I don't drop it on the counter. This looks good. Looks really good. Here we go. This is really good. Really good. This turned out well. I'm definitely going to have to get Gerald to try this when he gets home from work. And get Josh to taste test it too. But this is really, really good. I'm so glad that I finally have a Dolly Parton cake. This is very exciting, and this is very delicious. Well, my friends, I want to thank you so much for sharing this time with me as I made my very first Dolly Parton cake. And I'm definitely going to keep my eyes open for more of these types of cakes that she has out. I love Dolly Parton music, and it's just a thrill. So much fun just to try out making some of her cakes. And this one definitely is a winner. So again, thank you for joining me. It was a lot of fun to have you here with me to keep me company. And I'm happy with how this turned out. My very first Dolly Parton cake. And I just appreciate you guys so much for just sharing these times with me, these special times and fun times too. So my friends, if you like this vlog, please give me the YouTube thumbs up or press that subscribe button. That would be great. And I have more vlogs coming up, so stay tuned. And I'll talk to you all soon. Talk to you soon, my friends. Bye.